Thank you very much for all the kind words. I actually wrote my speech yesterday. Part usual as a college student, but I've been thinking about these words for a long time. Well, you know, I want to start off with a Ron Swanson-inspired joke. So here it goes. Our federal government is extremely fiscally conservative and has our best interests at heart. Wouldn't that be awesome if that wasn't funny? Well, you know, guys, I wanted to first talk a bit about Young Americans for Liberty. We do a lot of stuff on campus, and you know, you'd be surprised. The silent majority of college students are actually very fiscally conservative. In fact, they'd probably be Republicans if their parents didn't tell them different. You know, we actually did a chart to see where everyone lied politically. And I can tell you about 75% of people landed near Ron Paul or near Ronald Reagan. And there was maybe 2 or 3 people that even landed near Democratic or Socialist. It was insane. Insanely good. But, well, anyways, today I want to talk on a really quick spiritual aspect, since we're by Easter. So, spirituality and taxation. I wanted to basically, first and foremost, discuss tithing. It's really kind of funny without even touching on religious aspects, the differences. So, first of all, God only asks for 10%. Government asks for 30%. So, you know what? My question to government is, why do they think they're 3 times more valuable than God? You know? I'm sure we all agree. They aren't, by any means. God proves his infinite worth. Government proves their infinite incompetence. In fact, I'm pretty sure even the atheists here would agree. You know, anyone would rather give $1 to the Cherry Street Mission than $1 to the City of Toledo government. Sorry, even Tom agreed. Along the same line of thought, God only asks for a 10%. He asks for it voluntarily. In the book of Malachi, those of you guys that don't read it much, God actually says, please test me on this principle and I'll bless you. On the other hand, the government takes the 30% by force and deception. And if you test the government, they don't bless you. They audit you. Complete opposites. God giveth, government taketh away, you know. Moving on to my second and final point. I wanted to talk about one of 2 scriptures every progressive knows. That verse is Mark 12:17. It states, Then Jesus said to them, Give unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and give unto God what is God's. This was in response to a question by a Pharisee asking if the Jewish people should pay the Roman government. They in essence tried to trick Jesus. Since he's Jesus, he gave the perfect answer, you know. The focus of the verse is Jesus' words. The question of the quote is what Jesus said and what God said. If you're a Christian, you'd agree that everything is God's and we're just keepers. So that's simple. However, why progressives love this scripture is not that part, but the first part that says, give back to Caesar what is Caesar's. Replace Caesar with the modern day equivalent. It's give unto government what is government's. My question then moves to what percentage of the fruits of our labor does government own?
None. Not a damn bit.
Yes. The answer is 0, zilch, nada. Government, just like my neighbor, is entitled to 0% of my income because they did 0% of the work. To refute what President Obama said real quick, you did build that. In a closing statement, in the Old Testament, one of the 10 commandments was, and still is, thou shalt not steal.
Unless you're the IRS.
For example, am I right? For example, if you send your, or just skip the part, when government, just like any other individual, takes any portion of my income without first asking voluntarily, or uses money it did not have or did not need to use, it breaks that commandment. For example, if you send your friend to the gas station to buy, I don't know, let's just say some juice, or beer, and beer costs $5, and he didn't give you $5 back, you gave him $10, you'd say he'd be a thief. He stole that $5. The same is with government. If roads only cost $5 and you gave government $10 and they didn't give you back another $5, they'd be stealing that. Right. Government needs to be frugal. It's the moral thing to do. Taxation of one's income is morally wrong, and it can be described as none other than theft. It's a biblical concept. It's time we elect citizen servants like Charlie Earl, Scott Allegheny, Richard May, Bill Delaney, anyone else that's here that are going to represent us that way. Of course, that's my opinion, not Young Americans for Liberties. But make sure to look into them. Thank you all very much. God bless and happy Easter.